It's like, well, we have to explain. Did anybody see that? I don't know if anybody saw that ad. They did an ad. Did y'all see the ad where they had black men read Project 2025? And they were like, okay, clearly they're misguided. Clearly they don't know what they're talking about. Clearly we have to educate them. We've got to explain to them why what they're doing is so inappropriate and why it's so ignorant. Right? Has anybody ever seen? It's really crazy. It's like it's like what, and they would have these men like, duh, well, I read Project 2025, but I didn't know that it was this bad. Gosh, thank you for educating me. Right? We are not beneath you. This is my point. I'm not sitting here trying to tell nobody who to vote for. That's what I want to make that clear. But stop talking like we are beneath you. We are not beneath you. We are your equals in the area of masculinity. Many of us have taken a certain type of lead, not to the point where we excluded the black woman. I admire the black woman. We all do, or most of us do. At least you should. I believe you should. But this idea of like talking to us like somehow we're just these misguided, dumb little children, that's only gonna make it worse. That's only gonna make it. If you ever want to piss off a real man, then keep challenging his manhood and see how far that gets you. Keep talking down to him and see how much progress you make. I'm talking about a real man. I'm not talking about punks. I'm not talking about simps that simp to the Democratic Party. I'm not talking about guys who fold easily, don't know who they are, or feminine type men. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you talk about a real man like my daddy. My daddy's a real man. My daddy is a Vietnam veteran. He's killed people. He was a police commander. He had 500 men under his command when he was on the police force. He was a very powerful man. And I dare you to go up to my daddy, even at this age of 70 something, and try to slap him around like a little biatch. I dare you. I dare you. You won't even, they're going to take you out of that house on a stretcher. like it's not going to work. You will trigger his manhood. So this is the interesting thing. That's what they're doing with all these ads. It's so hilarious to watch. It's like, well, black men, they don't know what they're doing. They obviously are stupid. We got to explain to them why what they're doing is wrong. No, you ain't got to explain nothing to me, at least not to me and the men I know, the guys I hang out with. They've made their decision. Some of them are supporting Kamala because they like the policies, right? And some of them are Trumpers, and some of them are independent, and some of them are not voting. And that's just what it's going to be. That's just what it is, period. And so what's fascinating to me is that it's how they kind of sorted the black man out. It's like, okay, you're the reason why democracy's going to die. Right? Think about this. They ain't never seen the black man to ever be this important ever in the last 4 years. There's never any point where people are like the America's freedom and America's future hinges on the decision of the black man. They don't invite black men into the room when important decisions are made. Let's just be clear. When they're deciding that they're going to send a NASA rocket to the moon or not, they don't invite a bunch of black men in to say, hey, man, what should we do? When they're deciding that they want to give another $50 billion to Ukraine for the war against Russia, they don't call African-American men and say, well, what do the brothers think? We went down to the hood to see we went to some barbershops and did a survey. Should we give another 50 million to Ukraine and another 20 million to Israel? Like they don't do it. They don't call you when important. When JP Morgan is going to decide to make a $50 billion investment, they don't reach out to black males for any of that. So here's what's fascinating to me. What's interesting is that you never call us when important decisions are made. You don't even call our professors. I have a whole damn PhD in finance. And because I am so pro-black the way I am, white people are pretty much, I guess they're afraid of me or something. I have no idea. My doctorate's real. It's very rare.